She's like, hey guys.
One hand on my shoulder.
Oh, she does like her puff. She was trying to get her puff off her hand. And just
Well, I thought we were having a moment. Hey Wanderers, welcome back to our channel.
Today we're going to be doing the long anticipated Q&A. So,
With our guest star,
Sophia.
Smiles. So this Q&A isn't your basic Q&A. There are questions you have asked us and also more deeper personal questions as opposed to just basic, boring kind of questions.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoy and
We both went the same way.
Walking home and talking low. Seeing shows and even clothes with you.
so we have 15 questions. Some of them are questions you guys have been asking us for weeks since we posted our first post about the Q&A. And then other ones are just ones that we found or that we thought would be interesting for you guys to know a little bit about us. So number one is, did you know that when you met your husbands, you would end up marrying them?
I totally did. First time I met Ryan, he walked in my door I was with a different guy, with one of our friends, and it was just like tunnel vision. I was like, bingo, that's him. Like, he can come home with me. And he did, so.
I met Dan when we were both working at Foodland, and I knew that I wanted to get to know him and date him and stuff. I didn't at that point know that I would ever end up marrying him. It wasn't until we got back together the second time that I was like, well, when we were broken up, it was kind of like, I know that at some point again our paths will cross and that's just gonna be it. And they did, and here we are. Number two, since having your first child, what is something you wish you had done differently?
I wish I would have opted for a C-section in the first hour when they broke my water.
Probably be just something simple, like I wish I didn't even really offer them a soother, because I feel like we're kind of at the point, even with Maya, like now that she's sick, she wants it all the time, and we just got her again off of it during the day. So yeah, and I've noticed Keegan's really attached to his, and he wasn't when he was a baby, so yeah, I wish I just kind of dealt with the crying and them needing me as opposed to like, okay, here's a soother, calm yourself down. Take it away. Hi! Number three, baby items you can't live without and brand of diapers you prefer.
I use Pampers Baby Dry, and I did try Swaddlers and I didn't like them. And baby product I could live without.
Anything that you just need.
My Tommy Tippy bottles. For real. Stop it! They're the best bottles out there. I'm sorry, didn't mean to yell at you. I love you.
We used Pampers Swaddlers. That was like our favorite brand. And as for products, I'd say we used the Dr. Brown's bottles, and they really helped, especially with Maya. And what else couldn't I live without? Totally contradicts what I just said with the soother. Like, I do feel sometimes it's necessary as much as you don't want to give it to them. What are you doing? Number four, do you let your child cry it out?
If you watched my vlog recently, you'll know that I tried, but Sophia has the hottest temper, as you can see, and she gets mad, and she's very quick to learn things, so she's learned if I scream till I stop screaming, like till there's no voice left, Mommy will come because she thinks I'm suffocating. So now she does it, and then I walk in and she goes, and I'm like, no. So crying it out isn't working. I think I'm just gonna be patient with like letting her play till she sleeps in her bed, because she does need to learn to be more independent about going to sleep, because I do not want to rock her till she's 6 to go to sleep. That just doesn't sound like a good time to me.
Dan and I never let either of the kids like cry it out until they fell asleep. Maya started sleeping in her crib when she was a year old, and then there'd be nights where she would go to bed really easy, and there would be nights where we would put her in there and she would like fuss and complain, and she would cry, but we didn't let her cry and scream until she fell asleep. We would go in and try and calm her down, and then we would leave, and just so she understood, like we would be there if she needed us, but we're not going to sit there for 2 hours and make this a bedtime routine. Like, we brush our teeth, we get our pajamas on, we go to bed, we get our back rubbed, we read a book, and
chill on this one.
Yeah.
I would tell myself to not be so self-conscious because not everybody is looking at you. And the people that are looking at you don't matter. If they're looking at you with judgment, they don't actually matter to you, so why do you care what they think of you?
Mine kind of feeds off of that. I'd say, like, don't let fear hold you back. There's so many things I wish I did in high school, and I was so afraid because of, like, the group of people who were doing that sport or in that group, or people I used to be friends with that I wasn't friends with anymore. I didn't do anything. I didn't really do any extracurricular school activities. I didn't put a lot of effort into my schoolwork, like presentations. I would not do them because of the people in my class. And
Same.
I'm a smart kid, smart person, whatever.
Kid.
I'm smart. And like my grades could have reflected that better had I just been fearless, I guess is the right way to put it.
Number 6, how would you describe your
Excuse me.
how would you describe your relationship with each other?
She's my bestie.
We're like, we can just tell each other anything. Like, she's not afraid to hurt my feelings. I'm not afraid to hurt her feelings. We don't take stuff personally.
We deal with each other's children. Way to rearrange. Sorry.
Number 7 is a song that gives you life.
Hello.
I'm gonna have to go with While We're Young by Mariahsworld. It's off their new album. It's just one of those songs where it kind of makes you reminisce about like old friendships and just memories from your past, like in a good way. Number 8, bad habits. I like to swear. I just find it funny. Like,
I pretty much have all of them. Like, I mean, that seems really like wide open, but like, if you say, hey, do you bite your nails? Yep. Hey, do you... I can't think of something else, but I do. I have like I curse like a sailor.
I bite my lips all the time.
Yep.
Like when I have really bad anxiety, I sit there and I know it's gross, but it's just, I've always, ever since I was a little kid.
And like the hair fling. The hair
Oh,
fling.
yes.
You've probably seen me do it 25 times already. Like, I constantly am like nervous, so I'll just play with it, and then some days I'll just be sitting here and I'll just start to braid my hair. Like,
Dan used to, when I had like, before I got like whatever side shaved or whatever, I had my longer hair, Dan would always come up to me and tuck it behind my ears and it pissed me off. But now I'm always just subconsciously tucking it and I'm like 2 seconds later, it's
Yeah.
like, why did I do
Why?
that?
Yeah.
Number 9, name 3 fears. I'm terrified of anything bad happening to my kids. Like seeing them cry in pain, like anything bad, like it just breaks my heart. I am afraid of any type of arachnid, bug, reptile,
snakes.
like if there's a little teeny tiny spider in my house, like my whole body just
You need
like,
one of those,
oh my God, and
those
I have to,
spider vacuums.
my cat's useless.
You know.
And I know this sounds really bad because I want to be a marine biologist and I need to like be able to get in the water and stuff, but if I can't see below me, like even if I'm in a swimming pool, like and I know that the only thing below me is water and the ground, I still freak out and I start thinking like, oh my God, what if like there's a shark? No, like it's bad.
I am afraid of snakes. Like, ridiculously afraid of snakes. Like, I am a chubby girl. You want to see this chubby girl run? You give her a snake. Oh, peace. Gone. I'm terrified of anything happening to my daughter, and I'm terrified of anything happening to my animals.
Number 10, what is the first thing you notice about people? I notice whether they're confident or not, or how much confidence they have. I feel like you can tell that right away. when
Right
you talk to
away.
a person.
I mainly noticed, I'm really bad for watching people's tics. Like, I want to know, like, when you're lying, what you do, so I can be like, oh, liar. So I'm a person that notices if I'm talking to you and you do like what I do, like this a lot, you're a very anxious person to me.
Number 11, favorite smells. If you watched my January favorites, you know I'm obsessed with like vanilla, bakery type smells. But I also really like smells that when you smell it, it reminds you of something, whether it's a person or a memory. Like it's not even you notice the smell, like you smell something and boom, instantly you're thinking of like grade 6 when I don't know, you know, it's just.
I like sweet smells, but I also like, I think my favorite smell, if I was really to think about it, is campfire. I am like, not like your candle campfire, no, like when you come inside and you're going to bed at night after you've had a campfire and you like smell your shirt and you're like, can we not try to hang ourselves? So I like campfire smells like that after, I don't know, it reminds me of camping.
When you said that, I started thinking of like sparks and brownies and like the camping trips out of
Yeah.
that one campsite.
Is that the only time you went camping?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Which
I'm gonna take you camping, girl. We're gonna make fire and roast hot dogs and sleep on the ground.
if I can't shower, it really bugs me.
Do you have showers at campsites, or you go in the water, like in the lake?
Again, the lake with the not seeing.
Oh, well, you should be able to see your feet in the lake.
Number 12. Which would you rather have more of, time or money? Time.
Money. Because if I had more money, I would have more time. At least that's the way I feel. Like, if Ryan made more money, he could spend more time off of work and at home with us.
Number 13. Favorite TV series.
Series is The Walking Dead, Heartland, and Alaskan Bush People. Those are like the three most polar opposite shows that could ever, yeah.
Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, and currently I'm watching Scandal.
What was that?
Scandal!
You are trouble.
Number 14. What is one thing you learned from social media? To put it politely, people are assholes, and it does not matter what you do, what you say, what you have, where you come from. Someone out there is going to hate you because of it, be jealous because of it. The way I see it is everybody has different lives, and just because something is difficult for one person in their life, it doesn't mean you have to feel guilty because you have that aspect of your life is easy. And I feel like that's when you don't say. I feel like that's where a lot of the hate comes from, because like I get to stay home with my kids and raise them while Dan goes to work because he's got a good career. Other people like to look at that and say, oh, she gets everything handed to her and she has life so easy because she doesn't have to go to work. One day I will have to go to work, but not today, and I'm okay with that. Like,
And it's none of people's business. And you know what? The other thing that people are really good at on social media is making their life look better than it is.
A big thing with social media that me and my mom always talk about from different experiences I've had with like old friends and like stuff with like my brother and stuff like that. People are really quick to jump on social media and say the most hurtful, awful, untrue things.
Yep.
But will they say it to your face?
Nope.
No, to your face, they're like, oh my god, like let's get together and let's do this. And it's like, first of all, we're not friends. Second of all, after what you just said, why would we ever be friends? And the fact that, like I said, people just say things out of anger and jealousy and hurt, and
It's a lot easier to type out something than it is to say it to somebody's face. And I think before you go and share it to the world, basically, because once it's on the internet, it's there forever. Really think about what you're going to write and if it's actually worth writing. Like
when I was like 16, 17, every fight Dan and I got into, I would make like a vague status about it just because I was angry. But now it's like I can control my anger without on
No.
social media.
And not to like promote something, but if you do feel the need to vent, there is an app called Vent. And we are on Vent, and we are not promoted by them at all, but it is honestly an amazing thing to do, because honestly, if I feel that anger inside of me and I just need to type something, I will go to Vent and just type it out and send it. And you know what? It's like a community of people who understand. So they don't even have to interact with you and be like, oh, I'm sorry about your day. They can just give you a hug.
But and also,
Like-
if you're a dramatic person, that's not what this app is about. It's honestly supposed to help people. Like,
Yes.
you're not supposed to go on there and be like, oh, you're a whiny little bitch. Why are you? That's not.
No,
It's there
this is
you don't want, because you can choose who listens to you and who you listen to and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, like Mariah said, you just kind of need to vent. You can do it constructively, and then other people can be there for you.
And the app also supports, like it'll help you, like say you struggle with depression or whatever, and they start to notice all negative posts, they will send you like a message that says, hey, have you tried posting one positive thing per day about your life? It can actually help you. And then you're like, oh shit, I'm like sad. Everybody's gonna think I'm sad. And then you post something happy, and you're like, well, I guess my day isn't that bad. I
And it
the
also
sun is shining.
it helps you interact with people who have the same kind of
Yeah.
struggles that you do. So that's what I like about it.
So there's our promotion of the day. Follow us on Vent, we'll link it down below. Actually, I think we always have it
it's
linked down
always
below.
down below.
So if you're ever wondering what Vent was, that's what it was. So yeah.
So our final question, question 15, is do we have any advice for people starting a YouTube channel? And not that we have like
A lot of, well, I have been on YouTube for over 10 years. Like, not doing this kind of thing, but I did like a horsey channel and I have over 1,000 subscribers on there, I'm pretty sure. So I have quite the background knowledge on YouTube, and I've tried this type of YouTube channel several times. So I think now that we've kind of established ourselves and our channel, we're okay to give tips. Even though we don't have the numbers behind us, we do have a very active fan base. We don't have any ghosties that never really
I feel like everyone kind of interacts with us.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I would say is you have to love it. Like when we first started, we were very nervous about putting things out there and what are people gonna think, but we got so much positive feedback from honestly
Yes.
people we never thought would. I mean, you remember things from high school and you're like, oh, what are they gonna say? But it's been really
It's been
positive and
really
uplifting.
positive.
But you need to want to get together and film, and you need to want to put effort into your editing, and you need to love the work that you post, because we have filmed so many times and Mariah's like, no, like I don't like the way that looks, and I understand. So it's like, okay, we're not gonna post that, we're gonna refilm it, and we enjoy doing it.
I think I would say number one tip of all is do not film with a webcam. It looks horrible and it makes you look not serious about what you're talking about. And plus, when you're looking up on somebody's chin, or if they're like holding their laptop up to get a good angle and it's all wobbly, you don't want to watch that. Oh my goodness, all the time. Like, I get if it's like one video out of 1,000 because you're just doing like a quick update, but it looks horrible. And my number two tip is always be consistent. Like, a day off of your regular schedule is okay, because we've done that a few times and it doesn't make a difference. But like, have your content scheduled. So say you upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday. People know to expect your content out on those days.
So if you like these Q&A videos, we'll try and make them like maybe every couple of months we'll do.
Yeah, that way there's like a stockpile of questions. Also, we have an Ask FM. So if you want to anonymously ask us, don't ask any perverted shit.
Yeah,
We aren't answering it.
I had an ask way back when, and I know it was someone who knew me, so I found that really gutty, but someone felt the need to ask me how many sexual partners I had after Dan and I broke up the first time. Why do you care?
Why?
Honestly,
Yeah.
who cares?
So don't ask that stuff. If you want to ask stuff that maybe you're like shy about or whatever, just ask us. Yeah, we'll work it out. We probably won't answer it on Ask.
Yeah, we'll save it for
We'll
the
save it
videos.
for the video, but it's a good way to do it anonymously without any. Yeah, anyways, it'll be linked down below, so you can follow it or whatever.
Be sure to follow our other social media and our Facebook page if you're not already following that, because that's generally now where we post first, as opposed to like our personal Facebook pages. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bye, guys.